ahead and be seated if you will. I promise I won't try to keep you too long.
Bless you, Lord.
Thank you, dude. I've got just a few scriptures. Y'all know, I try to use a lot of humor, because I'm silly most of the time. And I've tried my best to make this something humorous, and I'm going to tell you what I want it to be, then I'll tell you what God said to make it. Just like I said, just remain sitting, because I've got a few scriptures to read. I'm going to start with 1 Kings, the 19th chapter, 11th and 12th verse. It says, "And he said, Go forth and stand upon the mount before the Lord. And behold, the Lord passed by, and a great strong wind rent the mountains and brake in pieces the rocks before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind. And after the wind, an earthquake. But the Lord was not in the earthquake. And after the earthquake, a fire. But the Lord was not in the fire. After the fire, a still small voice." And Brother David, what I wanted to preach on tonight was, "Can you hear me now?"
Amen.
That was my title for this. And when God gave me these scriptures, I thought that'd be pretty cool. You preach, kind of like the was it AT&T or somebody on "Can you hear me now?" doing all this kind of crazy stuff. All these different things that happen. The loud, boisterous rackets and the earthquakes and whatever. But God wasn't God. But that still small voice. But most of us don't listen for a still small voice.
Amen.
At least in my case, he'd have to start with a still small voice and end up with the earthquake. He did say, "Can you hear me now?" But that ain't what God wanted to preach about. So I'm going to turn back to another scripture. Judges, the 16th chapter, starting with the 4th verse. It says, "And it came to pass afterward that he loved a woman in the valley of Sorek, whose name was Delilah. And the lords of the Philistines come up unto her, and said unto her, Entice him and see wherein his great strength lies, and by what means we may prevail against him, that we may bind him to afflict him, and we will give thee, every one of us, 1,100 pieces of silver. And Delilah said to Samson, Tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy strength lies, and wherewith thou mightest be bound to afflict thee. And Samson said unto her, If thou bind me with 7 green withs that were never dried, then I shall be weak as another man. Then the Lord of the Philistines brought up to her 7 green withs which had not been dried, and she bound him with them. Now there were men lying in wait, abiding with her in the chamber. And she said unto him, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he brake the withs as a thread, as a toe is broken when it touches fire. So his strength was not known. So what I want to talk to you about now is asleep in Delilah's lap. It got really quiet. Have you ever found yourself asleep in Delilah's lap? Now, Delilah don't necessarily have to be a woman. Any situation that draws you away from your strength could be considered Delilah's lap.
Right.
Every time, and Brother Joseph, I couldn't figure it out because, man, the woman that he loved asked him where his strength lies, and every time he'd tell her, he'd make up something. Well, then she'd try. Well, Shane, there got to be a duh in there somewhere.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of like, and this could be just me. You ever done something that you felt like was probably wrong? Like, not going out and killing them, but just some little something that didn't just feel just right, Then you got back to church and the Lord blessed you and you think, well, maybe it was okay. No, God still blessed. That's kind of like Samson was, well, I'll tell her this. It don't amount to nothing. Then he goes to sleep in her lap. Well, then she tries. What's the next thing he tells her? To bind her with new ropes. That didn't work. And then he gets a little closer to the truth. He says, you'll weave my 7 locks. Philistine's up on you, Samson. He jumps up and shakes himself, and the Spirit of God comes on him. And he's kind of like, God still, I'm just kind of playing around here. I probably shouldn't have got that close to the truth, but He's still taking care of it.
Right.
But he kept on going to sleep in Delilah's lap. Over the past few weeks, Sister Brenda, I found myself asleep in Delilah's lap. Not the physical Delilah. I wasn't in some woman's lap sleeping. Let me get that straight to start with. Just like I said a while ago, Delilah don't necessarily have to be a woman. But anything that draws your strength, that takes your eyes off of where you need to be. Because he finally told her, said, look, my hair has never been cut. That's where my strength is. And then he lays back down and he goes back to sleep. She shaves his head. And she wakes him up. The Philistines are upon you. And he jumps up and he shakes himself. And nothing happens. The day they took him, they poked out his eyes. And the crazy part about that is, after that took place, he could see better than he could start with. I don't want to stay asleep in Delilah's lap. I don't need to be asleep in Delilah's lap again.
Amen.
Because anything such about that draws me away from what God is. He placed something in me a long time ago. And if I don't do what He's got for me to do, then that thing is just shaving the head. That's just, all my strength is gone. If I don't do what this Word tells me to do,
Right.
I don't have any strength. I don't want to wait till the devil pokes my eyes out for me to be able to see, hey, that way, I had a friend that he had a few little quirks about it, but it wasn't none of the 10 Commandments, so it was okay. Wasn't one of them thou shalt not. That's his favorite. What's one of them thou shalt not? That's the best way to go to sleep in Delilah's lap.
Right.
Brother Charles preached a message a long time ago. A lot of times we try to see, and I'm not going to steal your message, but I want to. A lot of times, and the message was playing tag with the devil, and that's kind of like being asleep in Delilah's lap. A lot of times we'll see how far. The devil will see how far we can get from base, or see how far we can get from God, but I still feel it a little bit. If I still feel him a little bit, I'm okay. He's still right here with me. I'm just going to kind of keep him. I don't. Everybody don't have to know what I am. Everybody don't need to know I'm sleeping in Delilah's lap. But then I'm waking up and I'm shaking myself, and God's still there. I'm like, oh man, ain't that great? Just look what I can do, and God's still with me. But if you ain't careful, If you ain't careful, you wake up, your eyes is put out.
Right.
My.
Amen.
Your strength is all gone.
Right. Right.
Brother Ben, I'm sick and tired of waking up feeling weak.
Yeah.
The devil ain't poked my eyes out, but he's tried his best to shave my head. But I'm here to tell you tonight, it ain't happening.
Right.
Sister Martha, it ain't happening. What's those saying? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I know the devil's going to be, if he ain't at you, he's got you. But I refuse to let him take my strength and to take my vision. I refuse for that to happen. And the best way I can keep that from him is quit going to sleep in Delilah's lap.
Amen.
If there's something, I said, it don't mean you're doing something wrong, but if it's something that's keeping you from fulfilling the potential that God has placed in your heart, you got to get away from it.
Amen.
You got to cut your ties. You got to let it. It's, I said something one time about a drunk. The only way to deal with a drunk is either get drunk with him or leave him. The only way to deal with a Delilah is to act like Delilah or get away from Delilah. I refuse. I refuse for it to happen anymore. I refuse to see my family ripped to shreds from sleeping with Delilah. It's up to me. Brother David, it's up to you.
Right.
That's right.
Brother Roy, it's up to you. Brother Shane, Brother James, Brother Johnny, Brother Billy, Brother Joe, even Brother Charles.
Amen.
Brother Sean's not here tonight, he's sick, but it's up to him. We're the head of our house. I've gone to a lot of churches when the women had to take care of everything. I mean, everything. Somebody said, I just don't believe in the women preacher. Well, if ain't a man that'll step up, that'll wake up and get out of Delilah's lap, then the woman's got to do it. I refuse to let somebody else take my place.
That's right.
That don't mean I want to be no big somebody. I've told Brother Charles before, and I've told y'all, I'm fine, and I'm just as fine as I can be sitting over here playing guitar, stomping my foot, screaming. It don't matter. But God placed something in me several years ago that I can't get away from.
Right.
It don't matter how hard you'll try to run. You just can't get away from it. It used to sound so funny to me when I wasn't in church and I'd be talking to some of the nominal people and talking about surrendering to preach. That just sounds so funny. Brother Johnny, when it hit me, it wasn't funny no more. Because basically, that's, I run, and I run, and I run. And finally, you just like, okay, I give up. I don't know how anybody else goes about coming up with what they're going to preach, how they're going to preach it. It really don't matter. Brother Charles, I hadn't been to school who would teach me how to study. So all I can do is just do what he puts in here. He placed a fire in me, and I've been asleep on that fire. And I'm ashamed of that. I'm ashamed of that because I'm so glad that ember's still burning. And I'm so glad I woke up before I got my strength stolen completely and my vision was taken away. Because it can't be a long time before God comes back.
Right.
And I don't know about you, but I'm planning on making it.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm not going with my eyes put out and my hair shaved. I know that's kind of a, what would that be, a metaphorical, Sister Vinyl, what to be right. That's a pretty good word for me, wasn't it? I'm tired of it. I'm tired, and you know, I've heard Brother Richard preach about not poking the bear. I'm not poking the bear. But I do want him to know he knows. He knows. If he didn't know the capabilities of each and every one of us, he would be after you. You know, when we used to play, how many ever played Red Rover?
Yeah.
When you call Red Rover, you didn't look for the biggest guy over there. Because he's going to break the line. He's going to take one of your big guys. Satan's the same way. He's not worried about the little weak ones. He could care less about getting the weak ones. They can get. It's easy when you're weak to get pulled off the path. So he'll get the strong ones. Just knock the shine off them a little bit. Just weaken them just enough to get the weak ones going that direction. I'm not having nobody's blood on my hands. I like making people laugh, Mr. Val. I like being a class clown. But you know, this is serious.
Yes, it is.
This, you know, I'm planning on making it. And I'd love for each and every one of you to make it. But if you don't make it, when you get there, you can't, I don't want you to be able to stand in front of God and say, look, Brother Jody was doing this, so I thought it'd be okay too.
Yeah.
Brother Jody was asleep in Delilah's lap, so why couldn't I want to be able, I want to be the one that's leading the right direction. I want to be the one that they say, hey, I've seen what he's been through. And he's still going. How many out here has been through something?
Yeah, man.
We could, I was talking to a gentleman here a while back, he said, and just give him just a few instances on stuff that's gone throughout my life. He said, have you ever thought about writing a book? We've all been through something. But everything I've been through is worse than anything you've ever been through.
That's right.
I'm sorry, but it is. But guess what? I'm still here. Sister Val, we still here. You've been through a lot. I've been through worse. That's what we all think. That's why we all think. You know, I thought about Samson and how he's so strong and everything. How he could just fall like that. We all do it. We've all done it. We've all found ourselves asleep in Delilah's lap. It's time to get up, shake ourselves while God's still with us, before our strength is stolen, before our vision is robbed. Because the Word says without a vision, people perish. I don't want to have to wait for my hair to grow back. Because, you know, God could come back while I'm waiting on my strength to get back.
That's right.
Then what we're going to do? How we going to act then? I promise you I wouldn't keep you long, and I've got a rekindle fire. I don't think it's a new fire, because the Bible says nothing new under the sun. But Sister Robin, I've got a rekindle fire. And I'm not planning on letting it go. The devil ain't getting my vision. And he ain't getting my strength. And he ain't getting y'all. Y'all pray.
Let's all stand while they get ready to sing. I believe
believe if I'm correct on this, when Samson, when Delilah had Samson's hair shaved, Samson was Nazarite from his mother's womb. He had the Nazarite vow upon him. When he got to the point that he had his hair shaved, lots of his hair shaved off, that was, I believe, the third vow that he had broken. See, he got by. See, he obviously thought he got by with the first one. God, he still had drink of the Lord with him. He got by with the second. But he was slowly slipping away without even realizing it. Because he thought since he could feel the Spirit of God, he could go ahead, the vow didn't matter as much. Until he got to that last one and he broke that vow. He couldn't feel the Spirit of God anymore. Let's don't fall asleep in Delilah's lap and let these things that God has blessed us with. Now, I've asked the question before and I'll ask it again. When God was blessing you the most, how were you living? You think about it. How was your prayer life? How was your worship? How was your Bible study? We have to think about that. We don't want to do something that would lessen our strength. We want to do things that will increase our strength. Praise God. And not fall asleep in the light of life. Thank you, Brother Jody, for that word tonight. Come on, let's gather around front with a closing prayer, a closing worship as they sing tonight.